This boot-shaped nation in southern Europe is a top tourism destination due to a variety of factors, including its artistic treasures, picturesque cities, ardent citizens, and world-class cuisine. Some of the most famous landmarks in the world can be found here, including the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa, to mention a few. The abundance of beautiful natural surroundings and outdoor activities available in Italy are astounding. The Dolomites, Sardinia, and Cinque Terre are all home to stunning scenery and top-notch hiking trails. You may spend your time in this historically and culturally significant country, studying about Roman life, visiting Pompeii to see the devastation caused by Mount Vesuvius, or simply lounging by one of the numerous Italian lakes, and luxuriating in the splendor of the Amalfi Coast. To see and do everything that Italy has to offer would take a lifetime. With this list of the best places to visit in Italy, you can plan your trip to this gorgeous Mediterranean vacation destination. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all our latest destinations. Number 10. Milan. Although Milan serves as a key entrance point for tourists due to its airport, it is frequently neglected as a destination in its own right. That's a shame, because Milan offers one of the highest concentrations of creative and architectural attractions in all of Italy, and it's a must-see for anybody interested in design and fashion. The colossal Cathedral of Milan, Il Duomo, is one of the world's most majestic churches and the finest example of the flamboyant Gothic architecture. La Scala is the world's most prominent opera house. Da Vinci's The Last Supper adorns the wall of a monastery, and museums and palaces abound throughout the city, housing some of the world's finest art. Number 9. Naples. Naples, the capital of the Campania region in southern Italy, is one of the busiest big cities in the nation. Naples makes a great home base from which to explore the region because it is close to well-known locations like the Bay of Naples and Pompeii. Beyond the city center, visitors can explore stunning countryside, charming villas, chic hotels, and castles, in addition to historic Roman baths and volcanic craters. Join the natives in strolling along the waterfront to enjoy views of Mount Vesuvius across the bay, taking a ferry to the island of Capri or enchanting Sorrento, shopping in the glass-domed Galleria Umberto, and, of course, sampling the pizza Neapolitans claim to have invented it. Number 8. Sicily. Sicily, the largest island in the Mediterranean, is positioned across from Italy's southernmost point in the narrow Strait of Messina. Because of its geographic location, it has long served as a crossroads, and as a result, its history, culture, and cuisine are notably distinct from those of the rest of the nation. Sicily has been given 7 UNESCO World Heritage Site designations, including 3 for its historic sites, 2 for its natural wonders, and 2 for its outstanding buildings. The Valley of Temples in Agrigento is home to one of the 3 most exquisite Greek temples in the world, as well as one of the best preserved Roman villas, with 3,500 square meters of mosaics, from Villa Romana del Casale in Enna. Sicily's breathtaking scenery, which are dominated by Mount Etna and have golden sand beaches, go well with its world-class attractions. The vibrant capital of Palermo is a bustling city with stunning architecture, Beautiful mosaics covering 6,340 square meters of the interior walls of the neighboring Monreale Cathedral were made by artisans in Sicily and Constantinople. Number 7. Lake Como. Como, Italy's most scenic lake, has long been a favorite summer vacation destination for the rich and famous. In fact, it dates back to the time of the ancient Romans, who fled the summer heat of Milan to cool off in villas along its rocky shores. The magnificent Bellagio, which was deftly placed at the intersection of the lake's three thin arms, was one of the later villas that decorated its densely crowded city. Thanks to a microclimate that keeps it temperate even in the dead of winter, it is possible to view the white summits of the Alps to the north among palm trees and camellias on Como's western shore. While Lake Maggiore, to the west of Lake Como, has its own attractions, Lake Garda, to the east of Lake Como, is a summer playground with water sports and other activities. Number 6. Pompeii. One of the most well-liked tourist attractions in Italy is Pompeii, a famous Roman city that was buried beneath several feet of volcanic ash for nearly 1,700 years after the disastrous eruption of Mount Vesuvius. Pompeii was initially investigated in 1748, but the location has not yet been fully revealed. In current times, the area is close to Naples. A fascinating glimpse into daily Roman societal life can be had through a trip to Pompeii. Visitors can still see the foundations of past homes, businesses, bars, bakeries, brothels, baths, and retail facilities as they meander through the historic streets. Among the most notable structures are the amphitheater, the Forum, the Temple of Apollo, the Basilica, and the Granary Market, which contains various items and plaster casts of people and dogs who died in the disaster. Number 5. Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast is one of the most popular tourist sites in Italy and is located in the Campania region of the country's southwest. The Amalfi Coast, which is 30 miles long and runs around the southern tip of the Sorrento Peninsula, is renowned for its stunning scenery, which includes glittering bays, precipitous cliffs, lemon tree gardens, vibrant houses, and opulent hotels. Positano is one of the most upscale and charming villages on the Amalfi Coast, and among its many attractions are stunning pebble beaches, pastel-colored villas, picturesque mountains, waterfalls, and a 13th-century Black Madonna. Amalfi, one of the bigger towns, has magnificent plazas surrounded by eateries and gift shops. The village of Ravello, which is perched on a hill above Amalfi, is well known for its stunning houses, gardens, and works of art, as well as for its vibrant art and music festival. Number 4. Cinque Terre. The name Cinque Terre, which translates to five lands, refers to the five charming fishing towns of Rio Maggiore, Manarola, Vernazza, Monterosso, and Corniglia, all of which cling to steep cliffsides that descend to the sea. The Cinque Terre National Park, one of the most well-liked tourist sites in Italy, is comprised of these settlements and the surrounding rolling green hills. The villages of Cinque Terre, which are found in the Liguria area of northwest Italy, boast some of the most breathtaking scenery in the entire nation, including centuries-old wine terraces. Corniglia. Manarola is home to vibrant boats, swimming holes, and caves, while Rio Maggiore has a medieval fortress and a busy main street called Via Colombo. Vernazza, which is surrounded by olive groves, has a vibrant nightlife. Resorts line the picturesque coastline at Monterosso, and Corniglia is covered with rolling vineyards. Number 3. Venice. Venice, one of Italy's most popular tourist sites, is unique in that it is constructed on a lagoon surrounded by the Adriatic Sea. Venice is an archipelago of 118 islands, connected by hundreds of gorgeous bridges and scenic canals in northeastern Italy. The Grand Canal, the most famous of the canals, divides the city into two portions. Venice is one of the most romantic towns in the world, thanks to its picturesque rivers and medieval architecture. Venice is frequently congested and pricey, but it is definitely worth seeing its stunning attractions such as St. Mark's Square and Basilica, the Dog's Palace, and the Rialto Bridge. A gondola ride down the Grand Canal is one of the most popular things to do in Venice. However, riding a vaporetti along the peaceful back canals is just as wonderful. Because there are no cars in Venice, people must either walk or use water taxis along the canal system. Visitors should be aware that Venice frequently sees high water levels in the spring and fall. Number 2. Florence. Florence, the capital of Tuscany, is sometimes described as a colossal outdoor museum due to its wealth of art and architectural marvels. The Duomo, or Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, is a world architectural icon crowned by a gigantic dome that defies gravity. This is one of the world's best Renaissance art ensembles, with its marble, inlaid bell tower by Giotto, and the octagonal baptistry with its outstanding bronze doors by Ghiberti. A half-dozen art museums house paintings and sculpture, and churches and castles house even more masterpieces. Take a stroll around the Boboli Gardens, visit the old Trarano's craftsman studios and workshops, or go leather shopping in Santa Croce before overdoing it on art at the Uffizi Gallery and Pitti Palace. The main plaza, Piazza della Signoria, is home to spectacular architecture and world-famous sculptures such as Cellini's Perseus with the head of Medusa, Amonati's Fountain of Neptune, and Michelangelo's David. Number 1. Rome. Formerly the capital of the Roman Empire, Rome is now the seat of government and the capital city of Italy. Rome, located in the country's center province of Lazio, is a big and complicated metropolis that is both historic and modern. As the city's primary attractions, relics of its ancient glory, the Colosseum, the Forum, the Pantheon, the Appian Way, and the Palatine Hill, combine with the great wealth of the Vatican. Take time to experience the city itself in between significant monuments like the Sistine Chapel and Michelangelo's Pietà. Relax in the Borghese Gardens, enjoy gelato on the Spanish Steps. Explore Trastevere's narrow lanes, sip morning cappuccinos and cafes, window shop on the Via Veneto, and toss a coin in the Trevi Fountain to return again and again. It will take numerous visits to see everything. Are you ready to discover Italy for yourself? Let me know where your favorite place is in Italy in the comments, and thank you for watching.